Ricky, what's your topic today?
What is it that we land on? Moving?
Yeah.
All right. So we all come from not San Francisco.
Yeah. It was just
um,
weird to think about.
yeah.
I've lived here for so long.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Too long.
Henry, you're from Texas. Barrett, you're from Ohio.
Yeehaw.
I'm from Daly City, but I lived in Stockton for a while, so I stayed in California.
You're born Daly City, raised in Stockton, basically.
Yeah.
Born in Daly City. I was born in the third movie theater.
So we move a lot. I'm about to do a big move soon.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about moving experiences we've had with moving, whether bad or good or exciting or fun or whatever. And yeah. And like time periods as to when you moved, because I still have like really no idea when you were in Texas.
Yeah,
like what time?
Like
to what
I
time?
feel like you moved here very young. Right?
Yeah, like I feel like you were born in Texas, and they're like, "All right, let's get out of here."
Lived just long enough for me to go born and raised.
But yeah, I think
I
that's
just never want to put like an official date on it because it's a lot funnier to just be like.
I mean, do you remember Texas at all, or no?
No.
not really. That's
So
kind.
I remember Colorado more.
Um,
Yeehaw.
Moving has been interesting for me because I have separated parents and they're constantly like moving all over the place. And I think between my mom and my dad, I've lived in. Let's see. Let me take a second here.
Yeah, nothing about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've lived in 10 different houses just with my mom. And then with dad,
Shit, that's a lot.
with dad, I think, let's see.
He got the bachelor pad, bruh.
Dad is 1, 2, 3, just 4 different places actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, my mom's moved around a lot because there was one point when I was really young. I think the first move that I actually remember was we lived on the street sort of near my elementary school, or the elementary school I was going to go to, and we literally moved right across the street. I don't know why we ended up doing it. It might have been like our contract was up and rent went up or something, but we literally moved. The houses were literally across the street from each other, so it was a silly move.
You ever missed the old house, Mom? No.
And there's something about a good Lakewood house, Lakewood, Ohio, which is sort of one of the closest suburbs of Cleveland. It's a house, but it's technically 2 apartments where you have one apartment on the bottom and one apartment on the top, and the apartment on the top always has like a nice deck to come out to.
It's like exactly how I imagined Ohio in general. Like that's exactly.
Oh, a deck?
So we lived in like the top half of the deck, or the top half of the house. So we had the deck, which was really cool. So I remember that like if you're living in Lakewood, like that's something you always want to try to grab is the top floor.
Right.
Was your heart in the
Because
deck?
you usually get like a nice attic as well. Like my aunt and uncle used to live in this place where my uncle's sort of like just man cave was in the attic. It was really, really cool and decked out.
That's pretty cool. I've always wanted an attic.
I've never had an attic or a basement. Actually, I'd had an attic once. I don't have a basement.
So, and then my move to San Francisco is really, really hard. Especially just like being in middle school at the time and not even finishing middle school yet. Moving out here and then going to a new school where everybody already knows each other, and especially going to a shitty middle school where when I first walked into my first class, someone was like, "Jump the new kid," and me being from Ohio,
and that was
like,
Ricky, and that's how you two became friends.
And so that was like fucking. I was like, oh god, like that. Moving to San Francisco was a huge culture shock. For someone my age.
So that's how it went for me when I came back from Stockton.
And then like we've moved a ton of times within San Francisco.
Right.
We used to live near Coal Valley, sort of like up the hill from that Burgermeister, sort of where the end goes into that tunnel near the tiny little dog park.
Yeah.
And then we moved from there. We moved over to the Richmond.
I
on
love
like a little on
Hey,
Geary,
version.
and then from there we moved.
At least
to
you're on
Terra-
Geary
yeah,
though,
yeah.
so
And
right
then,
by everything.
from there we moved to Terraval, which was awesome because it was like a 5-minute walk to high school.
Fucking love the sunset so much.
The sunset's the best part of San
love
Francisco.
it.
If you're ever looking to move to San Francisco, because I know some of you out there.
First
who
of
are
all, don't. First
of all, don't. Second of all, if you really, really, really have to,
If you have
move
the
to
money for
Portland.
it,
if you have the money for it, look into the sunset because
I love that place.
that is the area where it hasn't become super gentrified yet. Of
Hope
like
you like Asians.
prices going skyrocket or anything. Like the prices for places in the sunset are still pretty like steady.
We'll be gone soon.
At the moment.
Yeah.
So
Give it a couple months.
Yeah, give it a year or two, and then it'll probably turn into the rest of San Francisco.
Yep.
You're gonna take
So,
Chinatown
and
next.
it's also it's away from all the hustle bustle of downtown. You also, if
Quiet.
you work downtown, you have like the two big trains, which is the L and the End, easily take you downtown. It takes like 40 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It's really, really nice. So, moving is just, it's weird.
Yeah, it's a very mixed feeling.
Because
experience.
I've never felt like, especially in Ohio where we moved so often that I never felt like I could have like a good set of neighborhood friends.
Yeah.
Like the one time that ever happened was, I think, the last house we lived in Ohio before we moved out here. We lived there from, I think it was from 5th grade to 8th grade, so like a good 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And that was like the longest we had ever lived in like one neighborhood. So that was like when I could actually like develop friendships with people in my neighborhood. And that was something like I felt like I never really had, and that's something like I always wanted growing up, is like having like a good set of neighborhood friends. And that was like the one time I ever got that.
Hey guys, want to play stickball?
So yeah, moving's tough. But like as I've gotten older, and just like because I've moved so much, I don't really care about it anymore. I'm just like,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm usually like excited to move now, just because it's been a big part of my life, and it sort of means new beginnings.
Yeah.
I say new beginnings because you're moving soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss
Well.
you.
But every new beginning has a new beginning's end.
Yeah.
Closing time.
But yeah, no, moving is a really weird thing. I was born in Daly City. Right by that Century Theater we always go to.
Yeah, because Daly
Yeah.
City is one
like
one movie theater and an in and out.
Yeah, pretty much. And Nations, bruh.
Nations. Yeah, there you go.
Like it's like
And a
Westlake
lot of
and that's
highways.
it. And then the rest of it is considered Colma.
Daly City is like the New Jersey of the San Francisco area.
Yeah. But yeah, I was born there. Lived there for a while. I think until I was 10. I think. I'm not too sure.
The
I'm
golden
really
age.
fuzzy. I don't remember it as much. I just
smoked too much pot back then, you know.
you know, a kid. I just like the main things I remember is like playing baseball, watching wrestling, and that was it.
I
And
can't
then
imagine you doing any physical sport. Like,
I was
really
I was a
can't.
skinny kid, dude.
Really?
I swear to God, I was a skinny kid
I
for
don't
a
know.
while.
I saw that picture of you that I took a picture of like a year ago, where you're like this. And you have your striped
I
shirt
was-
on. You're a little chubby in that picture.
That's because I was in Stockton, and then that's when I started getting chubby.
Little fat
That's when
girl.
you started eating.
Yeah, because Stockton is stressful. But yeah, so we lived in Daly City for a while. Then parents got divorced. Dad moved to Miami, I believe, right away. And then we
And that's how my dad became Pitbull.
pretty much. And then from there we moved to Stockton, like complete ghetto Stockton too. And that really didn't last long, at least for me and my mom, because of how like dangerous it was.
Yeah.
Like brother gang affiliated, like obviously like a bunch of shit happening in front of our house. I got jumped and like nose broken, knee broken, fractured jaw.
Nice.
Yeah, couldn't hear couldn't see out of both eyes, was in the hospital for a while.
Nice.
So that was kind of like last straw. We're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And
If you're
then
moving to the Bay Area, don't move to Stockton.
well, that's Central Valley.
Yeah, but
Just don't go to Central Valley. And
just
moving-
don't go to Central Valley.
Gentrify Stockton.
Try.
Hipsters, move to
Stockton. Get that shit rolling.
Turn it into a tech business.
So then from there, first thing we thought of was like San Francisco, obviously, because when my family moved into the country from Nicaragua, they immediately went to LA. LA obviously sucks. That didn't last long, so they moved to San Francisco, and then San Francisco didn't last a while, so then they went to Daly City. But it was easier because it was like me and my mom by herself, so we didn't have to worry about the rest of the family. So we easily found like an in-law in San Francisco and have been here. I've been here since like middle school. No,
Yeah.
since like middle school.
So yeah, I've lived here. I've lived in San Francisco since December of 2008. So this December will be 8 years, which is so fucking weird to think about.
Yeah, it's super fucking weird.
Because it doesn't feel like that much time has passed, like at all.
Nope.
It's because high school was a blur, man.
It really fucking was, though.
man.
High school was a blur.
It was a
Did you
wild
not
and
have much
crazy
interest
trip,
in
man.
sports or school elections?
And then like I think the hardest move I've ever had to deal, besides the big jump from Ohio to San Francisco, is moving to Alameda, which is if you don't know, it's across the bay from San Francisco. And I decided, and that was,
across the
that was
bay.
around the time that I had finally started making friends within the drama club.
We started making
And it was-
movies and shit, bro.
And we started like developing that sort of drama family with our sort of generation of drama kids.
Good times, bro.
It's dead net.
That was fun.
It is dead.
It is so dead now.
It's very dead.
But it was fun.
It was fun at the time.
It was a good while.
So that was like
Obama means family.
so that was a rough one for me.
Right.
Definitely. And especially because I decided that I was going to stay at Lincoln.
Oh yeah. So it was like fucking.
It was that
God.
whole weird commute thing, and also like people outside of the city aren't technically allowed to go to schools in San Francisco. But we got like a permit thing for it.
It's like as long as you figure that out, you're fine. I don't know why most people don't. Do
Yeah,
it.
it's like you have to sign a contract basically saying that like you'll keep your grades up, and if your grades aren't affected, then as soon as your fucking grades drop, like we're kicking you out.
Yeah.
And so that's what kept me motivated to having like really good grades in like my
You're
junior.
already like settled here for
yeah,
once.
junior and senior year
Yeah.
were probably like my best years of grades, even though they look at mainly sophomore and junior year when it comes to college.
Well, we
Right.
just had like an episode where we just look at pictures of Barrett in high school and laugh at his hair.
No.
You do that with mine too.
yeah.
Mine was bad.
Well, no, you didn't dye your hair a lot. You just had the fucking
I just
emo.
had like
You had the
yeah.
emo hair.
You had the thing where it's like you used to not have a mustache and you just had it here, and you had long hair.
You just had the Frank Iero haircut from Michael McCoy Romance, early Michael McCoy Romance.
You said that in the weirdest, like most uncomfortable way, like My Chemical Romance.
Mike M. Next up on our show.
I'm sick. All right, come on.
Mike M.
Mike
Chemical Romance.
God.
So
San Francisco's obviously
like,
been the place for all of
the-
us to settle.
the whole like move to Alameda was definitely the hardest because I would have to get up at like 5 a.m. to get to school
Yep.
at like 8:30.
I remember running into you in the morning sometimes and just seeing like the face of hate, just like a pure like get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, and then from Alameda, I moved into our friend Jack's house
Right.
because I didn't want to leave San Francisco just yet. After I graduated, my mom had moved down to San Jose, and I was like, nah,
Yeah.
fuck San Jose. And then I moved to San Jose for a year. And,
And then it
fuck
happened,
San
yeah.
Jose.
We call that the pool year.
Yeah.
I missed that pool. That was a great pool.
I never got to see the pool.
You never came down. You never came down to that house. It was a
Shit,
good house.
we-
It looked
there
like
was
a
a
really
pool.
nice house. Like all the pictures
Yeah.
you guys sent me, it looks like a solid fucking
Yeah,
house.
they don't live there anymore. They're staying somewhere else because they're my mom and my sister. Funny enough, we're talking about moving. My mom and my sister and my mom's wife Tavia.
Tavia.
They're
Love
all
Tavia
looking
so
to
much.
move to Cleveland in like
Right.
the next month. And they there's some weird legal issues with some people who will not be named on this show.
Yeah.
So
Annie.
once they get like the right immediately when they get the okay to like you're allowed to leave, like they're getting a ticket and they're flying.
Good. Yeah.
They're flying out. So
They're just just for the meantime. They're right there.
yeah.
They're staying in the
So
place.
it'll be weird because this will be the first time I'm thousands of miles away from
both.
all of my family.
Yeah.
You know, it sort of sucks.
But you're right with your fam.
'Cause it sort of sucked that like, you know I've you know spent my like great developing years of like becoming like a teenager and graduating high school away from my dad. Like
Right.
that's something that's definitely like taken a toll. Just like sort of not on our relationship, but just like it just sucks that we miss a lot with each other.
Well, yeah, no, I
Um,
totally feel that. I feel that with my
So
dad
now
all the time.
now it's just so weird to think that both of my like I'm going to be thousands of miles away from both my parents.
Yeah.
It's just funny to think that like I did not want to move to California, and you know my mom dragged me over here kicking and screaming, and
Fucking love California.
now that we're here. And now she's leaving, and it's just like she just dropped me off in California and be like, "Bye, see you
Bye,
later."
son.
I'm done with this kind of life.
Have fun with experiences.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Where in like, or I'm about to be as well. Not thousands of miles either, because most of my family is in California now.
Yeah.
Other than my dad's part of the family, which is they're all in Florida for some reason because they're all fucking Republicans.
Because they gotta live that pitbull life.
Because they gotta live their Republican
I'm just gonna
life, son.
pretend that your dad's pitbull from now on because it makes it a lot funnier.
Rest in peace, Marco Rubio, who lost in his own state.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of in like this really weird state where I'm not gonna be thousands of miles away from them, but I'm gonna be in a city where none of them are at, you know? And
Yeah,
that
because you're gonna move to Sacramento.
yeah, which
you're leaving us.
kind of sucks in its own because it's like I got out of Central Valley. Now, like, I'm not going to Stockton, but I'm going back to Central Valley. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like
you're going to the very like Sacramento sort of sucks though.
it. So there's like
The only thing I remember of Sacramento is a bunch of horses and a train.
so I.
You have really great descriptions of cities.
You really do.
Bunch of horses in a train, a movie theater, and an In-N-Out.
Yeah, you know. But there's things that I really like
Buster's
about.
bricks and lobster.
There's a couple things that I'm really excited about the move, and
Yeah.
a couple things that like
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
you-
really not looking forward to.
You're gonna be moving in with Tasia, your girlfriend.
Yeah, like the longest relationship I ever had. So that's another like really weird thing.
Yeah, that's a big step. Like moving from San Jose up here, I moved in with Alyssa,
Yeah,
and that was definitely it's an interesting step.
yeah.
You have to have a lot of patience. Some advice.
Oh no, I get it. I feel it already.
Because
Here's some advice. The spoon.
Because especially now, like for like the last year or so, like Tasia mainly living up in Sacramento, so you guys have sort of had to have this long distance relationship.
And that's fucking annoying. In its
Yeah,
own.
and it's frustrating,
I can't do
but
that shit.
now you're gonna have to constantly deal with the quirks of your partner. So it's something that like you're gonna have to just learn patience.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna. I'm just very fog. My mind is just in a fog right now because I'm sick.
I'm not as sick anymore, but I'm still kind of in that same state of like I feel like I've been asleep for the past couple days. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Sacramento because I think it's a good change from the pace that San Francisco's at.
Yeah.
Where like I've been here so long, I don't really have like I realize like I don't do any of the shit that I used to do anymore because I'm just like in the same fucking place all the time. Where like I don't really fucking play music anymore.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I play video games, but I barely even do that. I don't draw anymore. I don't do a lot of shit anymore.
I think it's
But-
a good time for you to get away.
But like Stockton, it's like new environment.
Hmm.
It's in Sacramento, so it's like I don't have all the shit that San Francisco has, so I'll get back into my hobbies. I've been exercising more recently just to kind of like not feel like shit and get out of the house and kind of like, you know,
Not feel like you constantly have been eating Five Guys.
not feel like I've constantly been eating Five Guys when like I haven't even really eaten that day, you know what I mean? So
See,
I
now
feel
I'm just imagining you in jogging shorts. It's great.
yeah, it's pretty
like really, really short shorts.
like up to here.
And for
like
some reason,
like
like
80s basketball shorts.
And for some reason, like his body, like his stomach and like all of his upperness is the same, but he has like really skinny running legs.
I mean, my calves are ridiculous though. But yeah, it's like
Portuguese. Don't talk to me about ridiculous calves.
I think that moving to Stockton will develop more of wanting to exercise, wanting to bike, wanting to do shit. I might even start skating again. Who fucking knows?
I could never get back into skateboarding.
I've been so fucking petrified of
'Cause
skateboarding because I
it's-
broke my fucking knee twice skateboarding.
Ugh.
So now, like, to get back on a board is like almost traumatizing right now. But I want to do it again, and I think again Stockton will be able to. I mean, I keep fucking saying Stockton, Sacramento will be able to push like doing shit like that again. I'm finally getting my fucking like driver's license and shit. So getting that kind of figured out.
I wanted to join the Hat Club.
I think it's a good change to be able to have all of the other adult things that I need to do kind of settle in place.
Yeah. Because San Francisco's a little too busy to figure all that shit out, you know?
It's just there's too much going on. Everything's too fucking expensive.
It's too crowded, man.
You can work every fucking day and be broke still. Like it's just not fucking easy. I think for me to finally kind of grow the fuck up is Sacramento. And that's kind of like what I need right now. But at the same time, it's weird because there are a lot of things that I really fucking hate about Sacramento. I don't fucking like hot weather at all. I really fucking
It's
hate it.
constantly hot up there.
And no, this is the thing. Like, we're right now. Like, when I move up there is when cold season starts hitting. But it's gonna be hot for a good while. It's hot for a good while of the year. But when it gets fucking cold, it gets colder than here. It gets fucking cold as shit.
Doesn't even really get that cold here, though. You guys just fucking complain about like, oh, it's so cold.
Again, you're from Ohio, so you understand cold weather.
I understand fucking cold weather.
As cold as California can get, I think Sacramento gets pretty fucking cold.
Have you been to Tahoe?
Once.
It snows.
Well, not including that shit.
But it's a part of California.
I would stuck my
Tahoe.
dick in the snow.
without it snowing, I think Sacramento gets pretty cold. The people there, it's a whole different type of world to live in. San Francisco is very liberal, very diverse. Everybody kind of is in the same type of state of mind. Whereas Sacramento,
It'll be a good time for you to get away from all the political correctness. Because that is the fucking thing that has been breeding mainly out of San Francisco for the last couple of years.
But
and
I'm
it's bad.
exchanging political correctness for actual racists and homophobics and religious fucking freaks.
No.
I'm exchanging this little thing for a bunch of assholes.
Yeah,
but
you're going from one end of the extreme to the other.
exactly. But I think it's dealable. It's easy to work around it. I think the pros overpower the cons of it. I've never had my own room, so I get to fucking actually organize my shit. I get to build on the relationship I have with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I get to exercise, I get to work. Hopefully I can still do let's plays and shit. Probably not for the first couple months.
So yeah, here's your big announcement is that when you move to Sacramento, because for people who don't know, like Sacramento is how far away?
It is if you're taking a car, it's like 2.5 hours away.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 hour drive up north. So once you move, you're gonna be not a regular member of BCG anymore. It's gonna be sad. But we still have you for 5 months.
Exactly. Sacramento's as close to San Francisco as the 49ers stadium is to San Francisco. Let's put it that way.
So
but yeah.
We'll be sad to see you go.
But
we still have you for half a year.
Yeah.
And it'll be fun.
It's gonna be a long while. It's just like a bunch of planning.
Yeah.
And looking for jobs and places and shit like that.
And so here we go.
We just need you
if
to
you
train
want to
your
join
replacement.
BZG, you can always email us to replace this chair right here.
Yep.
We just need you to train your replacement, like when you get fired from your job. But they're like, so this guy needs to learn what to do. So can you teach him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we just have to teach the new guy like how to be like you.
We're not gonna.
Or
pay
how to
you
not
anything.
be like me and actually bring in topics most of the time. How about that?